Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Baby, you know how Simone Red Wine around here just breaking it down with the Rico and everything Jen and Christian dealing with. Well, honey, I have found someone who has been scammed by him. I have to say allegedly because I was not there, but we about to get into it. Jen is about to get herself in some trouble. I would encourage you to go to Drika's page, right, on TikTok. Drika said that she was almost out of 4,000, almost $5,000. This is the Cash App that she has sent Christian, right? She and her husband had talked about it. They decided to invest. They didn't know a lot, but she realized that there was something that was going on that was wrong. So Drika said that she had taken like a side job, right? And she works like in an elderly place where they take care of the elderly. And this particular patient was friends with Christian's mother. And, she started talking about her son and what he does. He invests. And she said there was another girl in the room and she was talking to her about it. And she was like, soon there are not going to be any jobs. Y'all need to invest, get your money up, blah, blah, blah. She said everything she was talking about was good. And she also said that she had invested, she got a good return. And she showed like statements, I think she said. And then she was like, she showed pictures of Jen and all that kind of stuff. And then she was like, y'all really need to look into this. So she gave Drika Christian's phone number. She was like, make sure you call my son, because I have come up from this too. And she said she kept using like God, like it was all in God's time. And the time I'm paraphrasing, but basically like my money came at the right time. It's all God's plan. And she was like, she's pushing it. So she said she called him. He made her feel so comfortable. She said he broke everything down, like how much you need to pay, what your return is on that. What is your social media? She said he was making her really comfortable. And she was like, it kind of felt like he was pressuring her too at one point, and she didn't like that because he was trying to get her to go ahead and invest, right? So she was like, give me a minute, I gotta talk to my husband, because people really don't know, a lot of people don't know exactly what it takes to invest, but she was like, it sounds legit. So this is part two. She said at this point she and her husband had got the amount together, $5,000 that they were going to invest. She said he kept telling her, you can do more, you can do more. She was like, no, we're not doing it. And she was like, at this moment, he told us to download Telegram and another app where she could see her statements. She said it was all good. Now, if you know about Telegram this summer when them checks was rolling in, then you know how that can go. Telegram is not where investors are. You understand what I'm saying? She said once she had gotten the program, then all of that switched up. They were doing Zoom calls. He was updating everybody, making everybody feel comfortable. She was like, and they had like blow by blow. So it seemed like it was on the up and up. She said that now, I have some text, right? She said he started like lying to him and everything. And then she said she wanted to pull out some of her money. He was like, well, this is not the time. She was like, this is my money, I can pull it out. Now I showed y'all that other one in the beginning where she was in the it was a Cash App. She said that she did ask him about $200. He sent her the $200 and then she sent it right back. And she said she sent the money back. She put it back in there. She said, but then when she wanted to pull some more out, he gave her a little pushback. Telling us this is not the right time. Stuff's going on with the election. We just need to leave everything where it is. Child, she said that he was sending like, statements and all that kind of stuff. And then she said one day her husband was on Instagram. And I'm skipping around. You got to go listen to it. She said one day her husband was on Instagram. Said, you need to check with old boy because he is going to jail. So this is the time when everything came out about him holding that girl at will in the house and how he had gone to jail and violated his probation when he had gone to film with Jen. And he had to come back into Fulton County, and the judge allowed him to go to Paris, but he had to stay in jail up until it was time to go. All this was happening during that time. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's wild. Then, child, she was like, With all that going on, because he had to come back, he had to go get married, he came back. She said she had messaged him. She said she doesn't even think the text messages and phone calls had gone through. She couldn't even get in touch with Christian. She couldn't even get in touch with him. So, child, she said he finally texted her back a week later, right? And she was like, at this point, she was like, me and my husband just want our money. We just want our money. We want to just get out. Just give us our $5,000. He's like, I can't do that because all your money is caught up together. She's like, he was saying that all the money is in one big account. She was like, she had one trade account. So how could her money be in an account with everybody else's? He was like, he can't get it out now because it's all together jumbled up. Child, this man allegedly done took these people money and went over to Paris and got married. Cause what does Jen think that he is really doing? He sat on the show and said that Jen will not let him get a real job. He wants to be a bartender. Now is the time to let him be a bartender. Child, so she said when she reached out to the lady on Telegram, 2 people on Telegram, they said they had been scammed. She was like, you didn't hear about him in the blogs where he took the money? He just had a wedding in Paris with his wife, right? And she was like, he doesn't know anything about investments. He doesn't know anything about anything. She was like, he's a liar. And then she was like, she had called him and she was like, look, I want my money. And if I don't get my money, I'm going to the FBI. And at this time, Christian messaged her and said she can get her money back. So now she realizing that he's in like a pyramid scheme, right? So he's like, you got to give me some time, send me your email, and I'm going to get your money to you. Give me about 30 days. And she said she did this in December, and now it is March. She's still trying to get her money back that she's not going to get back from Christian. So now what Drinker tried to do is figure out how to show us these messages, right? This is one from the very beginning. Would like to get more information on trade. I hope to speak to you soon. Hi, Drinker. Pleasure to hear from you, and I hope you're having a great weekend. My mom is actually one of my clients or whatever. Have you ever traded? And blah, blah, blah. Then... now, this is one of the text messages when she was asking for her money back, right? Since you currently have no open trades, I am requesting to close out my investment account with you and receive my initial investments and profit minus your administration fee. Good evening, Drika. My apologies for the delayed response per my last email in November. I'm working on recovering from losses in the markets so that I can push out payments to my clients. We took a huge hit that was completely out of my control. I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm doing what I can do to get your accounts back in good standing. Of course you took a hit. You went to jail. Then you went to Paris and spent money on a wedding and dresses and food and going out and feathered jackets for Jen. And then you came back and you sat down for a hot second. Of course, you took a loss. Child, so in part 3, this is where he told her it'd be 30 days before you can get the money. Mind you, as of today, she still hasn't gotten her money, right? And she was like, well, why don't you just Cash App it to me, send it back in Zelle the way I sent it to you? No, I can't do that because of how the money is. I can't get it out. I can't send it like that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And then she went on to say that she said it was always an excuse. And then he told her how when he had this little situation about the girl in the apartment, how he went to jail, he came out, he started doing this. And then she was like, the craziest thing is this. You got your mama involved, right? You got your mama involved. Because she's sitting over here using the Lord's name in vain, talking about how her return is. And you got your mama involved. And then she said she was looking at a documentary with Jen on there, how she had got scammed and her boyfriend stole her truck. She was like, how could they deal with this? That is crazy. And then she came back and said she saw this on his page, Trading Mastery. Now accepting students, enrollment is open. Like he is still doing it. He's been doing it. I've seen it on his page myself. Jen, girl, y'all, she got so many text messages. But then he done got a little attitude in this text thread, right? Talking about it's just this amount of money. She said if it's $20, it's my $20 and I want it. We can talk about it in the comments, but go to her page. Bye, y'all.